Hi there, it's Marco from Relefant. Today we will be looking at how to create a project within Relefant. We'll be also looking at how to create an organization, and we will be linking both the organization to the project, actually to multiple projects, and to some employees as well. We begin here in my profile console, and I click on Manage Data. Here we could manage data relationships, but we're going to create a completely new relation, organization to a new project. And I land in the create page, and I will be creating an organization, in this case a customer. And I have a spreadsheet where I'm going to just be copying some stuff from, because it is very tedious work to create this text on the fly. So you will be viewing as this happens. So we created an organization, a customer, for this particular demo. I can add some images, a banner, just to make things interesting when we start viewing information in the tree structure. I could also add some files related to this customer, but we don't need to do that now because we can do that later. I'll be saving this now, and we can go and see that it is already here in the database. Next, we'll be creating a project, and this project is going to be called Data Transportation System, and I'm going to give it an additional name as well. And as we've created this organization previously, now it's available for us to choose. And same as the previous, the location of this will be done there, and the project will be, this is the main project. Now we can add some information related to this project. We can even associate an icon or an image to this project, add some skills that are required in this project. We can add those later, link them through the relationships. Also set a priority, a status. For example, this will be a work in progress project. Let's see that this project is on the way, and it should be complete by end of July. We could again add some files here, but we won't be doing that right now. Oh, sorry, I forgot that this is going to be a project. So we can choose whether it's a project, an epic, a feature, or a story at this point. As this is the main project, we'll just name it. We will label it as project. And as soon as this is finished, saving, we will be creating a couple of epics, a couple of features, and a few stories, and we'll link all this together. So if this is you don't want to watch this happen, then just please just go forward, and you'll notice, you'll find where I'm actually linking this information. And I'm just going to be copying stuff here, and again, this is going to be happening in London. We won't be adding any images here. And then the next this to normal. It's still in backlog, 5%, and no due date at this point. And then I'm just going to create this one more epic here, and you get the idea that this is not hard work to create a bunch of projects in exactly the same fashion. We will be creating the features and the stories as well. But we'll look at those in a moment. So now that we've created the organization and the projects, we can go and play around with data relationships. So we go to our data relationships tool, which allows us to connect a bunch of stuff. So we can connect, for example, employees to customers. In this case, as we create a new organization, they will probably need some sort of an account manager, and I happen to know that Cindy is an account manager located in the UK. So we're going to create a relationship here, and Cindy will be the account manager to Theta Transportation. We will also be connecting some other stuff. We need somebody to work on the project, so I happen to know that we probably need to associate Will and at least somebody else. Let's see, Olivia Matthews, and probably Ken would be good to associate with data transportation as well. Now, as you notice, I can actually create many-to-one relations. I can also create one-to-one relationships and many-to-many. It doesn't matter either way. And choose the way these relationships are built. So these people are going to be working on this with this company, and then we'll define even more detailed relationships. So we need somebody to work on the project. But first of all, we'll choose the project here at this point, and it was Data Transportation. Here it is. And let's see, software architect will be Will Knox, and Olivia will be the project manager. And they will be managing the project. And as you can see, the automatically tells us that these people will be managing the project, and the opposite is applicable. So this project will be managed by these people. This is very important, interesting information once we start viewing a whole picture of how things are connected in your organization, especially if you have a larger organization. This is highly valuable insight. We could also be associating other things to the company, as I said, to the organization. As I previously mentioned, we could have uploaded documents, a bunch of ready documents that we could as well associate with this customer. For example, a project plan, resources plan, whatever it is, and just link it there. A document is part of this, or we can change this and just link it to the project, for example, which may make a lot of sense. So we can do that. But now we need to actually link the project to the customer, which we haven't done yet. And what we'll be doing is looking at Theta Transportation System. This was the project, and this was the company. So this project on the left is part of the Theta Transportation company's company, basically. And as soon as we've done this, now these are linked forevermore until we change it. And then we had a bunch of epics, And these epics are theta, these three. As I said, you can link many things at the same time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't confuse the system at all. And these are epics of this project. And that's simple as that. Same with the features. We can link them to the epics. Scheduling, for example, this feature is part of this epic. And then we had some things here that we can place here, for example. These are also features. And lastly, we had some stories here, which were just forecasting tools. And then we have the feature here. Let's say we do this. Actually, we could associate these three things to these two things. Doesn't matter. Just for the purpose of this demo. And as I said previously, we could actually go and do other things with this these relationships. We have specified that theta transportation is located in the UK, but we could actually just, because we haven't done it previously, in the relationships tool, we could associate theta to other countries or locations, and this will be available to future projects, etc. Whatever we do. So let's place this was the UK, and also let's put it in the Netherlands and I don't know, Ireland and Germany, and then we had UK here, and its location is, so theta transportation is located in the UK and all these countries. So now when we go and look at information, this will be all available to us now that we go to browse data. So here we are. This is as simple as it gets. We can search for theta. This is the customer, or we can go by categories, and we'll look at theta transportation. And this is what is associated with this particular company. The account of Cindy, which we created previously. Theta is associated with these countries. These people are working on theta, and she has one project. So we can go and look at the project, for example. And this project has a bunch of epics, a bunch of documents associated. This is the project, so we can go back upstream, back to the top of the tree, and these are the people managing this project. And then we can go and click this particular project, see what's going on. Just a quick information card. What's the status? What's the priority, and what's the completion rate? We can now follow this project, and we can actually edit this project right here at this point. So we can change the priority or the work in progress, for example, the status of the project, which we won't be doing. We can 36%, whatever it is, and then we can close it here. At the same time, we can go and look at these epics that we were working on previously, and the information automatically refreshes. And again, we can go and check out this part. So theta equipment, this was the one of the epics. And we can go and look at these features here. Now we have stories coming up that are associated. And if we don't have anything else, here we have the basic information that we need. And we go upstream again, back to the main project, back to the company, and then we can go and look at, for example, who's working on this customer, and we can see what Will is doing. His location is the UK. He's also working on some other projects, and he has some skills associated. Who is located in the UK? We can quickly check that out. Okay, so there's some people and some customers here, and yeah, so this is what we could do. And one interesting thing that we can also do is look at the people working here as well. So we can go and see what their status is really quickly, and also their performance analytics. So how connected these people are to different nodes of information. So the idea is that people will upkeep the connections to data themselves within the organization, to help the data within your organization be more up to date, be fresh, and just provide much more insight than static data. Yeah, so this is how it is. How this works on the project side. We created data transportation. We created a project. We can edit the project here. We can, of course, go and edit the project in more detail in the edit entity section. But as a quick edit, we can do it here as well. Okay, so I hope you got an idea of what creating a project in Relefant looks like. And if you have any questions, please email me at marco@relefant.net and I will answer all your questions. Thank you very much. Till next time, bye-bye.